Yeah. I think she's jealous from the fame. Deal? We all just jealous. Yeah, we all about to dab on them haters. Dab on them haters.
What's up, you guys? Today we're going to be talking about the infamous, problematic Team 10. The first point I'm going to make is probably the most obvious, and that's that they're all not really friends. Obviously, everyone in Team 10 is just using Jake Paul for his fame, for his money, for his followers, and Jake Paul's using them for their money as well. I think he gets something like 10 or 20% of what each member of Team 10 makes. Obviously, this is just a group based on benefits and leeching off of each other, and in no way should they consider themselves actually friends. I mean, unless they did end up becoming friends later on, but I highly doubt that. And honestly, I find this quite sad that other people have to use other people for fame. They can't just gain things themselves. And I know someone in the comments is going to be like, well, you use other people in your videos to gain fame. Sweetheart, I'm not doing this for fame. If it were ever for fame, why would I keep my identity hidden? Anyways, that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point is, they're all just business partners. They're not really friends, and they all just use each other for fame, money, whatever advantages they can get from each other, they take. And this is clearly the kind of lifestyle that each and every one of them live, which really gets me to question what people will really do for fame. Next, we're going to talk about how the Team 10 house seems to diss anyone that leaves. Just take a look at some of these clips.
You guys dissing Alyssa Violet on that?
Who? I mean, no. Who's that?
Okay.
I thought it was me. Nah. You can see our stuff if you want. It's better.
Don't make us leave!
Oh, you want to leave?
Yeah.
You want to bully me, bro?
Yeah.
You want to see a bully? No! You want to see a bully? Don't bully me! You want to see a bully? This is why people leave. This is why people leave. I think there's a huge difference between bullying and like joking. A bully is someone who goes out of their way to bring other people down. And I've never been that. This is a bully right here. I've never done that besides just I'm sorry about that, bro.
It's okay, I can sense it.
Yeah, okay. Oh shit.
Why is everyone tackling me?
You should just leave Team 10.
Say guys.
We can talk about it.
I'm gonna make a video about this.
Now I'm gonna have to make a video back. Okay.
Wait. I'm just kidding.
Tony's back! Tony's back!
No.
Yeah, take me Oh!
What am I supposed to do now?
Cry.
They kiss like Jake Paul, all of them. They kiss like Jake Paul, all of them.
Yo, on that note, the merch is in the bio, guys.
Merch
All you have to
link?
do is click the bio.
Merch link?
Yeah.
And trash. I mean bio.
Oh, wait, we shouldn't wear that. We should just take this to the rightful spot. You
Well,
know,
there's just some.
I don't know what it is, bro. It just
There's
looks
just
like
like-
there's some shady knives, backstabbing trash or something on
I
this
don't know.
shirt.
Yeah, I don't know. What
I
it is.
really don't know what it is, bro. It's like the shirt was comfortable and fine, and out of nowhere it just switched up on me.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It didn't
Like
feel good.
It got itchy and
yeah,
weird.
bro, and it
yeah,
just
yeah.
had to take it. I just
Yeah,
don't
we
know
should-
what
we should
happened.
put it in there.
I mean, yeah, the shirt didn't really explain why it did that, but it's cool. It's cool.
You don't know who that is?
No, we know who that is, but
And in all fairness, Alyssa did it as well out of the Team 10 house. But in her defense, they're the ones that actually did her wrong. So I don't think Team 10 has a right to be dissing her after they already did. And I'm not even going to get into the Jake Paul and Alyssa drama because everyone knows what happened there. It was literally news for months. If you don't know, I can maybe leave a couple of videos that basically explains it all in the down bar if you guys are interested in that. I mean, that whole situation was pretty horrible, and the fact that every Team 10 member basically turned on Alyssa and dissed her behind her back after she was already done wrong by Jake. But honestly, I don't know how much I really want to believe that everyone was out to get her. I feel like Jake was kind of the mastermind behind it, and people were scared that if they didn't do what Jake said, they could be thrown out of Team 10 or disowned, or Jake would hate them. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't truly hate Alyssa. I think we really do need to take into account the situation that each Team 10 member was in. Next, we're going to be talking about Team 10's tendencies to make stuff up for attention and to ruin other people's reputation. So the situation we're going to be talking about is, as many of you might know, the situation with Jake Paul's assistant, I think, and her name is Meg. So supposedly the situation goes that Meg and FaZe Banks, I forgot his name for a split second, which is Alyssa Violet's boyfriend. They were at the same club one night and he like, you know what, I'll just let you guys watch the video.
Jake Paulers. We were talking and just found out some news from these three and Nick, and it's not like, if you guys see, like she literally has a bruise. I don't know if you can see on camera, like here, not to be like dramatic, but like she literally has a bruise on the side of the whole entire neck.
So I was out with friends last night and we saw someone that we recognized because he is in our same work, and I didn't really know whether or not it was him at first because he has a girlfriend and he was making out with this other girl that I knew wasn't his girlfriend. So at first I was confused, but then I realized it was definitely him. And we went about our night and I went to the restroom and got lost because I'd never been there before. And when I was leaving, he sort of clotheslined me and put their arm out in front of me and tried to like pull me into the place that they were, into his table. He like put his arm out and like went like this, and I was looking up at him and our faces were really close, and he sort of like was right here.
I feel like it was more extreme than
yeah.
just, I mean look at the bruise.
He literally like dragged me by my neck.
Meg said that you like lost your breath.
Yeah,
right?
like he knocked the wind out of me.
I'm really glad you had to put in that input, Anthony, to intensify the situation that never happened. Why is he telling the story for her? I mean, she's right there, her mouth isn't broken. Let the girl speak if it actually happened. And the fact that he's doing this, and the fact that they're all basically talking for her, makes it seem like they all kind of rehearsed a story together, and they're all trying to explain it. Realistically, they don't know the details of the situation, so the fact that they're putting words in her mouth and saying, you were out of breath and this and that, just makes their story 100% more doubtable. Luckily, Banks later on came out with a video defending himself, and he actually had other people at the club there with him who can testify that that never happened. Plus, I do find it a little sketchy that Banks and Jake Paul's assistant were coincidentally at the same bar, at the same time, at the same night. I don't know. That's a little fishy to me. I mean, they obviously could have ended up at the same bar somehow, but maybe they saw him and decided to take advantage of the situation and use the fact that they're both at the same bar as an advantage and as their own personal gain. And I wouldn't consider this a stretch, considering everyone at Team 10 seems to use everyone else for their own personal gain. Honestly, for me, this situation was kind of the last straw. I mean, I was kind of done with them before. I mean, I was never with them. Like, I never cared about Team 10. But I feel like it is the last straw for a lot of people because they're using a situation that people have to go through every single day. And they make stuff up and use it for their own personal gain and advantage. It's basically like exploiting people. Instead of going to extensive lengths in order to get attention, why don't you actually make quality content? Not just film your life and then pay someone else to edit for you. With their clickbait titles, and the actual interesting part is until the very end because no one realistically wants to watch the rest of the vlog because no one cares about your boring life. The next thing we're going to be talking about is their immaturity, and I think this is more geared towards Jake, but I do think they all have kind of aspects of it, or they act like they do in order to look like they have the same personality as Jake. I don't know. Now I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos of what I mean by mature.
Jake, I'm being serious! I'm being serious! Don't! Jake! Oh my god! I'm so done.
You suck. Now who's in control? Come on, twins. Come on. Come on. Come on. Back up. Come here. Come here.
Jake Paul just literally acts like he's a little kid. I know so many guys who are his or around his age, and they don't act anything like that. The way he acts just seems very like ignorant and immature, and you can tell that he acts immature because of his fan base. All of his fans are literally 8-year-olds, and I think that says something. The final thing we're going to be discussing is how I think this is more geared towards Jake Paul, but I think everyone probably does this a little. But we're going to be talking about how they use their fans for money. So about 2 weeks ago, Kavos, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, uploaded a video talking about how Jake is taking advantage of his younger fans. So Jake came out with a course, is what he calls it, and he's basically guaranteeing anyone who takes the course fame. He's taking advantage of the fact that his younger fans believe what he says. His younger fans are going to take the course, they're going to pay for the course, and they're going to get nothing out of it. Jake, on the other hand, is going to get their parents' money. So basically, Jake says that if you want to be social media famous, all you have to do is pay $7, you get everything you need, yada yada. But then once you pay the $7, it's an extra $57. It's literally every single scam I've seen on the internet. Parents should also be monitoring their children and making sure that they're not watching people like Jake and Logan Paul, and watching people like Shane Dawson instead. I don't think the whole Team 10 group is a good influence on young children. No one should be looking up to the Team 10 group. And honestly, this video could go on for forever because there's so many things wrong with Team 10, but I don't want to be taking up too much of your guys' time, so I think I'm going to leave it at there. Everything being said, I don't think Team 10 is a good group. No child should be looking up to them. It's time kids start looking up to and appreciating the YouTubers that actually care about them and actually put effort into their videos. Anyways, I think that's it for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and also check out my social medias that will be in the down bar below. I'll see you guys in my next video.